Amy Chella.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe that season 8 is a wrap.
I
Crazy.
know. I know.
It's so fast.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay, two things stood out to me, and we've talked about the 2 tracks. Is it 2 tracks or 2 trains? It's 2 tracks.
2 tracks, and on which each runs a train. So you can have 2 trains, one for each
And
track.
and the even having a greater understanding of these tracks and trains is so helpful because it shows us what's happening, right? It puts words to what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I've often used the word hijacked. I've said it to you guys before that that I'll get hijacked, and now, even that word, when I think, "Ooh, I'm feeling hijacked," I think, okay, you are on track 1, and that is so helpful. And then curiosity. If I could just say, be curious, just in this moment, be curious.
Yeah.
That's almost enough to get me to track 2, almost always. And then the other thing that struck me, Pep, was when you told the story about the guy that just totally went blank.
Yeah.
And I want to come back to that. And Curt, when you talked about scuba diving, and then you had to go up 12 inches, it was like, but like that she was caring for you, like you felt cared for by her.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And I saw this clip of a Taylor Swift concert, and her earpiece went out. And I don't know enough about music to know fully what that does to you, but I think because it was so loud in the concert, and you could see her in the video be like, she's telling them it doesn't work, and she goes over to her guitar player, and you can see her. She's just watching him play, and they said she's watching to see what chord and what keys he's playing, and you could see it register to her, and then she was off and running, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But the beauty in that is that he had her back, like. And then one more story, and then I want to get back to the guy that forgot his lines. But Pep and I were doing an event, and I said, and I was a little bit anxious, and I said, Pep, should I be nervous? And he said, without skipping a beat, we're doing this together. And that was it. Like, I still don't know if I was supposed to be nervous. I wasn't nervous anymore. It was like,
yeah,
we're doing this together.
Yeah.
And those are all the same, the stories telling the same thing, right? That each of those stories, somebody else brings us to track 2.
Yeah.
And then Pep, I'm super curious if you were ever saved on stage.
Oh, yes. I would say that my first memory of it was the very first full equity production that I did after I got into the union. I was doing the play Bus Stop, and I remember like being on stage and just like literally going. I don't know what my next line is. I don't know, and it feels like I said before, feels like an eternity, and the room's kind of getting this weird dimension to it, and you're like, um, and one of the actors just kind of prompted me with where I was going. It was an instance where he could say the line, and then boom, I was back. And really quick, there was one time where I was doing something for in church, and there wasn't much expectation when there were 3 services on that Sunday. There wasn't much expectation.
You don't have to be quick, by the way. I want to hear it.
By the pastor for what was going to be happening, and I was on stage, and I don't even remember what the subject was, but we had all these people behind me in tableau, and these different tableaus as I was telling these stories or whatever. And so I did it the first time. And the next time, or then I got finished, and the pastor's like, "Oh my gosh, that was incredible. So the next time he gets up there and he like gives it this flowery introduction, like this is going to be the greatest thing you've ever seen. And I start, and I'm kind of feeling, I'm feeling pretty good about myself, I'm like, yeah. And I go to open my mouth and there's just white space. There's just not, and I don't know
Oh,
where I am.
Unbelievable.
And my mind is thinking, okay, my script is in the front pew. I'll go get it because I can't, there's just, I mean, this is how you feel like it's just this eternity that's happening. And literally my thought was, wait a minute. This isn't about you. Just breathe. And it all just came back, right? Like that.
oh my gosh.
Mm.
It's anxiety provoking for sure. And it's about finding ways back into the present. And
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
well, you guys, this was a great day, great season.
It's beautiful.
It
Thank you.
was.
Amy, we just want to acknowledge again that you're still in recovery mode. It's been, I mean, the COVID really banged you around a bit, and so just it's hard when you're getting hit by that illness and you still have still coming out of that. So we're really grateful that you're here. So thanks so much for joining us again on the last legs of that, getting through that, and so it's been a great season, guys, and looking forward to the next one.
Looking forward to the next season. Okay.
Alrighty.
Bye, everybody.
Till then. Love you.
Bye, guys. Love you too.